What's up, guys? My name is Tuner, and today I'm bringing to you my live deck profile of Rokket. While this deck got a lot of support in Chaos Impact and is getting more support as time comes out, because we're getting some, from what it looks like, in not Burst Protocol, Blazing Dominion, and potentially in future sets, we are able to set up a lot more combos with the actual Rokket deck, closer to a pure, if not branded, strategy, without incorporating the Red Eyes Full Metal Loop, but you can if you wish to make it more of a Dragon Link combo line. While this deck has a lot of good capabilities of being able to set up 2 Link 5s for a negation and a interaction, or even other options such as popping or summoning monsters, this deck has a lot of good capability. While it is a Vrain's archetype that was used by the actual character of, Revolver, or in the American or English version it was Virus, this deck is still one of the cooler archetypes revolving around, ironically, bullet dragons. So you have the capability of utilizing each of these. Well, what do the Rockets do? Well, each of the Rockets are basically really good monsters that will activate certain effects, such as destroying cards and columns, summoning from deck, getting a negation, popping cards when they are targeted by a Link monster. So they can then tribute themselves and then activate their other effects. Well, given that this deck also works very well with the Boral loads and is also the main component of the Boral loads, you can utilize cards for being able to go into the Boral load End Dragon, Burst Dragon, Boral End Dragon, Boral Fatal Flare, Boral Furious, all of those in general to get you into your further plays. While this deck has a lot of volatility and is really good for upper level play, it is still one of those fun anime decks that you can still play to this day, and I would highly recommend it. Anyways, guys, let's go ahead and hop right into the main deck, where I'll show you the monsters, spells, and traps, and we'll take a look at what I'm cooking. Alright, so let's go ahead and hop right into the main deck, which we're going to be starting off with 3 Rokket Loader. If this card is normal or special summon, you can add 1 level 7 Dark Dragon monster from your deck to your hand. Also, you cannot special summon from the extra deck for the rest of this turn, except Dark monsters. You can banish this card from your graveyard, target 1 face-up monster on the field. It becomes dark until the end of this turn. You can only use each effect of Rokket Loader once per turn. Basically being able to give you into your Absolute or Noctovision or the Rokket Detonator, which can further your plays. Up next, we're playing 3 Rokket Tracer. Quick effect, you can target 1 face-up card you control, destroy it, and if you do, special 1 Rokket monster from your deck, except Rokket Tracer. Also, you cannot special summon from the extra deck for the rest of this turn, except Dark monsters. You can only use this effect of Rokket Tracer once per turn. Being able to cycle into other things can really help you out, especially if you're stuck with just a Rokket Tracer, tribute itself off, and then summon another Rokket monster, such as Rokket Loader, to get you an extender that can help out greatly, such as Absolute, where if you control a Rokket monster, you can special summon this card from your hand. You can only special summon Absolute Dragon once per turn. This way, if this card is sent to the graveyard, you can add 1 Rokket monster from your deck to your hand. You can only use this effect of Absolute Dragon once per turn, which is the reason why I'm playing it at 2. You can up this to 3, but I'm playing it 2. If I find my copy of Noctovision, I'll up it and run that as well. However, off to the one-ofs. Of course, we're going to start off with our Rokket Detonator, our other level 7 body. If you control a Dark Dragon Link monster, you can special summon this card from your hand. You can only special summon Rokket Detonator once per turn. This way, you can target 1 Dark Dragon monster card in your spell and trap zone, special summon it, but it cannot attack. Also, its effects are negated. Also, you cannot special summon from the extra deck for the rest of this turn, except Dark monsters. You can only use this effect of Rokket Detonator once per turn. Up next, we're playing the 1 Silver Rokket Dragon. When a Link monster's effect is activated, it targets this face-up card on the field. Quick effect, you can destroy this card, then look at your opponent's extra deck and banish 1 card from it. During the end phase, if this card is in the graveyard because it was destroyed on the field by battle or card effect and sent there this turn, you can special 1 Rokket monster from your deck, except Silver Rokket Dragon. You can only use each effect of Silver Rokket Dragon once per turn. So an extra deck rip, but being able to summon another body can help out greatly. Rokket Recharger is the next one of, where if a Dark monster you control that was special summoned from the extra deck is destroyed by battle or card effect, you can send this card from your hand or field to the graveyard, target 1 of those destroyed monsters, special summon 1 Dark monster from your graveyard with a different original name from that targeted monster. You can only use this effect of Rocket Recharger once per turn. While you control a dark monster special summon from the extra deck, your opponent's monsters cannot target this card for attacks, giving you another body, but also a way to recover if you need to if a monster is destroyed. For another extender for the Rockets, we have Rocket Caliber. It is a level 4 tuner. You can special summon this card from your hand to your zone a Dark Link monster points to. You can only special summon Rocket Caliber once per turn this way. You can tribute this card, special one Dark Dragon or Machine monster from your hand, except Rocket Caliber. You can only use this effect of Rocket Caliber once per turn. Then we have Rocket Synchron. When this card is normal summoned, you can target one level 5 or higher Dark Dragon monster in your graveyard, special summon it in defense position, negates effects, destroy it during the end phase. Also, you cannot special summon monsters from the extra deck for the rest of this turn except for dark monsters, which is perfectly fine, just gives us additional body. If it is normal summon from our graveyard, it's a great recovery play if we need to, allowing us to go into an actual synchro. But I'm also playing one ritual, which is Borreload Riot Dragon. You can ritual summon this card with Heavy Interlock when your opponent special summons a monster or monster's quick effect. You can negate this special summon. If you do, destroy that monster, then destroy this card or one rocket monster you control. If this card is in your graveyard, you can target one Boral or Rocket monster in your graveyard, destroy one card you control or in your hand. And if you do add that target to your hand, you can only use each effect of Borreload Riot Dragon once per turn. While it is a goofy ritual monster, it is a 3k beater, but does give you the capability of negating special summons. Now for the supplementary engine, I am of course playing a small bestial package, which is the 2 Bestial Libellion. Cannot be normal summon or set, must be special summon from your hand or graveyard by attributing one level 6 or higher Dark Dragon monster. You can only special summon the Bestial Libellion once per turn this way. You can send this card from your hand to the graveyard, add one Bestial monster from your deck to your hand, except Bestial Libellion. During the main phase, you can place one branded continuous spell or trap from your deck face up on your field. You can only use each effect of Bestial Libellion once per turn. So being able to get some extra recovery in there can help you out greatly, but also giving you a level 8 body to work with does help as a discard outlet as well to get you into your other bestials, such as Bestial Magnamut. You can target one light or dark dragon monster in either graveyard. One light or dark monster in either graveyard, banish it, and if you do, special summon this card from your hand. This is a quick effect if your opponent controls a monster. If this card is special summoned, you can activate this effect during the end phase of this turn. Add one dragon monster from your deck or graveyard to your hand, except Bestial Magnamut. You can only use each effect of Bestial Magnamut once per turn. We're going to follow that up with one of the other bestials, which is Bestial Druid's Worm. You can target one light or dark monster in either graveyard, banish it, and if you do, special summon this card from your hand. This is a quick effect if your opponent controls a monster. If this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, you can target one special summon monster your opponent controls, send it to the graveyard. You can only use each effect of Bestial Druid's Worm once per turn. Following up with the other 2 bestials, which are Bestial Baldrake and Bestial Saronir. We're going to go ahead and start off with Baldrake here. You can target one light or dark monster in either graveyard, banish it, and if you do, special summon this card from your hand. This is a quick effect if your opponent controls a monster. If your opponent special summons a Ritual, Fusion, Synchro, Exceeds, and or Link monsters, except during damage step, you can tribute one other light or dark monster, then target one of those special summon monsters, banish it. You can only use each effect of Bestial Baldrake once per turn. For Bestial Saronir, you can target one light or dark monster in either graveyard, banish it, and if you do, special summon this card from your hand. This is a quick effect if your opponent controls a monster. If this card is sent to the bestial you can send one bestial monster or one branded spell or trap from your deck to the graveyard, except Bestial Saronir. You can only use each effect of Bestial Saronir once per turn. Then we're going to be following up, of course, with the 3 Dark End Evaporation Dragon as a fun tech card. You can banish one level 8 dragon monster from your extra deck, special summon this card from your hand. Also, you cannot special summon for the rest of this turn except dragon monsters. You can activate one of these effects. Fusion, summon one fusion monster from your extra deck using monsters from your hand or field. Target one other attack position monster on the field and make this card lose exactly 500 attack and defense. If you do, destroy that monster. You can only use each effect of Dark End Evaporation Dragon once per turn. That's all the monsters that I'm basically running for the main deck that are not hand traps. For the hand traps, however, I am running 3 Ash Blossom and 2 Nibiru. This can be changed up to incorporate the Mulcharmies if you would like. However, I like running Ash and Nibiru because it is a great way to break boards. But that is basically all the monsters that I'm running for the main deck. Let's hop right on in to our spells and traps. Alright, so for the spells and traps, let's start it off. We're playing 3 Quick Launch. Special summon 1 rocket monster from your deck, but it cannot attack. Also destroy it during the end phase is a great way to get your combo started, being able to get your monsters onto the board, which can very much help you start by going into your rockets and other Boral cards as needed. Next up, of course, we're playing the one Boot Sector Launch. All rocket monsters on the field gain 300 attack and defense. You can activate one of these effects. You can special summon up to 2 rocket monsters with different names from your hand in defense position. If your opponent controls more monsters than you do, special summon rocket monsters with different names from your graveyard in defense position up to the difference. You can only use this effect of Boot Sector Launch once per turn. So basically giving you extra extension for your link plays can further assist with that as well. We're then next playing the Double Interlock. Activate one of these effects, but you can only use each effect of Double Interlock once per turn. Fusion summon one fusion monster from your extra deck by banishing its materials from the graveyard, including a rocket monster. Ritual summon one ritual monster from your hand by banishing monsters from your graveyard whose total levels equal or exceed its level, including a rocket monster. So depending on how you go, you can still utilize this to go into your ritual, or you can utilize it to go into your fusion, whichever best works for you. Up next, we have the one Branded Regained. If a light or dark monster is banished, except during the damage step, you can target one of those monsters, place the monster on the bottom of the deck, and if you do, draw one card. You can only use each effect or this effect of Branded Regain once per turn. Once per turn, if your opponent normals or special summons a monster, except during the damage step, you can target one bestial monster in your graveyard, special summon it. You can only activate this effect of Branded Regain once per chain, which can help get extra bodies on board, as I was saying earlier. Then, of course, for some supplemental cards that we're playing one Called By and one Crossout Designator as our other 2 spells. But I am also playing 3 Infinite Impermanents for the traps, along with 1 Boral Reboot. When your opponent activates a spell or trap card, while you control a rocket or Boral monster, negate the activation. If you do, set that card face down in your opponent's field, but it cannot be activated this turn. You can activate this card from your hand by paying half your life points, which is insanely good because it's basically Red Reboot just for rockets. Basically archetypal locking it, but it's also such a really good looking card, given that it is Borreload Dragon right there, just saying no. Anyways, guys, that's all the spells and traps I'm really running for this deck. I know it's not a lot, but it does the job because you get your special summons, you get your integration or interactions, being able to ritual summon, fusion summon, or shuffle back and then draw one off of the Branded Regain. You have a lot of other options there as well. But however, feel free to modify this as you like. Anyways, let's hop right into our extra deck. All right, as for the extra deck, let's hop right on in. Of course, we're going to start off with the one Boral Fatal Flare Dragon, 1 Dark Link monster plus 1 Dark monster. If this card is fusion summoned, you can add 1 rocket monster from your deck to your hand. You can target 1 dark monster you control, equip it with 1 dark link monster from your graveyard or banishment as an equip spell. That gives it 500 attack. If this card is sent to the graveyard as link material, you can target 1 card on the field, destroy it. You can use each effect of Borreload Fatal Flare Dragon once per turn. Being able to start off your combo can further help you with your extenders and get you rolling sooner. Up next, of course, we're playing the 1 Borreload Furious Dragon, 2 Dark Dragon monsters. Quick effect. You can target 1 monster you control and 1 card your opponent controls, destroy them. Then you can banish this card from your graveyard, then target 1 Dark Link monster graveyard, special summon it, but it cannot activate its effects this turn. You can only use each effect of Borreload Furious Dragon once per turn. So they are 2 separate effects. I just incorporated them there. Do not worry about that. That was my fault. So basically the first effect is target 1 monster you control and 1 card your opponent controls, destroy them. And then the other one is you can banish this card from the graveyard, target 1 Dark Link monster graveyard, special summon it, but it cannot activate its effects this turn. So they're 2 separate effects. That is my bad. Up next, we have the 1 Bestial Dispotter. Honestly, if Borreload Savage Dragon comes off the ban list, this would be a good supplement for it. But you can also run the Tenyi Synchro 8 as well. But I like running Bestial Dispotter because it is a very good card and it works very well in this deck. You can target 1 banished light or dark monster, special summon it to your field when your opponent activates a monster or effect, or a monster effect. Quick effect, you can target 1 banished card, shuffle it into the deck, then if you shuffled it into your deck, destroy that monster. If you shuffled it into your opponent's deck, negate the activated effect. You can only use each effect of Bestial Dispotter once per turn. Next, of course, we're playing the 1 Striker Dragon, 1 level 4 or lower dragon monster. If this card is link summoned, you can add 1 Boot Sector Launch from your deck to your hand. You can target 1 face-up monster you control and 1 rocket monster in your graveyard, destroy that monster on the field. And if you do, add that other monster from the graveyard to your hand. You can only use each effect of Striker Dragon once per turn. This is our way into Boot Sector Launch, which helps us out greatly. Up next, we're playing 1 Guard Dragon Pisty. Honestly, I would like to play it at 2. I just didn't have the second copy, so I am short 1 card in my extra deck right now, but it'll probably be filled by the new Link 2 coming out in Blazing Dominion. Guard Dragon Pisty, 1 level 4 or lower dragon monster. You cannot special summon monsters except dragon monsters. During your main phase, you can target one of your dragon monsters that is banished or in your graveyard, special summon to a zone that 2 or more link monsters point to. You can only use this effect of Guard Dragon Pisty once per turn. You can only special summon Guard Dragon Pisties once per turn. Up next, we're playing 1 Delindrous Dragon, 2 Dark Dragon monsters. Once per turn during your opponent's end phase, you can target 1 attack position monster your opponent controls that did not declare an attack this turn, destroy it, and if you do, inflict damage to your opponent equal to that monster's original attack. If a rocket monster or monster is special summoned to your field while this card is in your graveyard, except during damage step, you can special summon this card but banish it when it leaves the field. You can only use each effect of Delindrous Dragon once per turn. So giving you an extra body that recurs itself to further your combo can help out greatly. Up next, we're playing 1 Quad Boral Dragon. 2 dragon monsters, including a rocket monster. You discard 1 card, target 1 face-up monster on the field. You cannot special summon link 2 or lower monsters from the extra deck for the rest of this turn. Also, destroy the targeted monster. Then if it was a link monster, you can special summon any number of rocket monsters with different names from your hand or graveyard up to its link rating. You can only use this effect of Quad Boral Dragon once per turn. The other card that I am probably going to cut from this is the Heraldic Seal of Heavenly Spheres, because it is a light monster, not a dark. But if you were wanting to supplement this for another card, once again, I would supplement for the other Link 2 that's coming out in Blazing Dominion, or if you're looking to, the Tenyi level 8, which will further help with being another target for your actual dragons in your deck that you can just banish one, and which I think is Dark End Evaporation Dragon. But Heraldic Seal of Heavenly Spheres is a fun tech that you can run if you don't Dark Lock yourself, which requires 2 dragon monsters once per turn. Once per opponent's turn, if this card is an extra monster zone, quick effect, you contribute 1 monster from your hand or field, return 1 face-up card on the field to the hand. If this card is distributed, special summon 1 dragon monster from your hand or deck, make its attack and defense 0. You can only use this effect, Heraldic Seal of Heavenly Spheres, once per turn. Up next, of course, I'm playing 2 Trice Boral Dragon. 2+ dragon monsters, including a rocket monster. If this card is link summoned, you can add 1 rapid trigger, heavy interlocked, or double interlock. From your deck to your hand, you can target 1 face-up card you control and 1 dark dragon monster in your graveyard. Destroy that card in the field, and if you do, add that other monster from your graveyard to your hand. You can only use each effect of Trice Boral Dragon once per turn. Then, of course, we're following it up with the Boral End Dragon. 3 effect monsters or more. Another player can target this card with monster effects once per turn. Quick effect, you can target 1 face-up monster on the field. It loses 500 attack and defense. Your opponent cannot activate cards or effects in response to effects activation at the start of the damage step. If this card attacks an opponent's monster, you can place that opponent's monster in a zone this card points to and take control of it, but send it to the graveyard during the end phase of the next turn. Then we have Boral Sword Dragon. 3+ effect monsters cannot be destroyed by battle once per turn. Quick effect, you can target 1 attack position monster, change it to defense position. Also, this card can make a second attack during each battle phase this turn. Your opponent cannot activate cards or effects in response to this effect's activation. Once per turn, when this card declares an attack on a face-up monster, you can activate this effect until the end of this turn. This card gains attack equals to half that monster's current attack, and if it does, that monster's current attack is halved. Then, of course, we're playing the 1 Boral End Dragon. 3+ effect monsters cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects. Also, neither player can target this card with monster effects. Can attack all monsters opponent controls once each. Quick effect, you can target 1 effect monster on the field and 1 rocket monster in your graveyard, negate the effects of that monster on the field, and if you do, special summon that other monster from your graveyard. Your opponent cannot activate cards or effects in response to this effect's activation. You can only use this effect of Boral End Dragon once per turn. And then finally, we have the 1 Boral Shroud Dragon, which is the newest one from Burst Protocol. 3+ effect monsters, your opponent cannot tribute this face-up card on the field. Once per turn during the main phase, quick effect, you can target 1 rocket monster you control, negate the effects of 1 face-up card your opponent controls, then destroy the targeted monster. Your opponent cannot activate cards or effects in response to this effect's activation once while face-up on the field. At the start of the battle phase, you can special summon Link 4 or lower Boral Link monster from your extra deck, so being able to cheat out your Boral Sword or Boral Load or Boral Guard Dragon if you wish to play that as well. Anyways, guys, that's all that I have for you today. I hope you greatly enjoyed today's deck profile. If you did, please feel free to leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next one.